Neil. How are you today?
Good morning, Kate. Very well, thank you. You?
Good. I'm very well, very well. So
Good.
Neil, welcome to our In Conversation With series, and thank you for joining me today. And so we're going to talk about today, and which we've been talking about in our series so far, about sales, business generation, business growth as we're coming out of the pandemic. How can businesses focus on this? How can they look at business growth as well? So we thought we would talk about how the whole organization can support business growth, not just traditionally the sales or the frontline sales function. So I thought we could talk about that and maybe how businesses can differentiate themselves from the competition. So yeah, let's start.
Okay. So I think it's the whole growth thing is two ways we can look at that at the moment, because you've got growth, which we thought of back in March, where are we going in 2020, 2021 and so on. And then you've got growth from where we are now. And many businesses were here in March and are now down here. So let's say that there's two sides to it. There's recovery.
So true.
And then there's the growth. And in a way they go hand in hand, but I wouldn't be focusing huge effort on winning new clients until I'm sure I've got everything I need from my existing clients, first of all.
That's a really good point, and something we talked about again in our last and my other conversation is really building those brick walls around our existing clients moment. Yeah, definitely.
And we need to think about what those clients want, and to an extent they know us, or that hopefully they know us already. It does depend on the relationship that we've got with them, but let's focus on the ones who do know us very well. There has to be a measure of how can I support them, first of all, to allow them to loosen some budgets. And in order to do that, I need to be really showing what's the value in what I'm selling. There's no such thing as a nice to have anymore, because there's just not money for that. Well, let's say there's too much uncertainty for that. So it's what are the things that people have to have, and from our point of view that might mean selling something slightly different to what we've done before. It might mean having more in-depth conversations with the clients to really find what's going to help them the most at the moment. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. We sell training, but whether you're selling, I don't know, computer upgrades, or whether you sell a marketing system, or whether you sell packaging for a company to stand out on a supermarket shelf, whatever it might be, we need to be showing them how what we can sell to them really is going to help them to stand out in their market as well. That's key for me, is helping them to stand out in a limited marketplace against their competition.
Excellent. And what about the whole organization, and the whole part, the part that the whole organization can play? What are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, that's a key one for me as well. I'm a big fan of whole organization selling rather than just the salesperson. Salespeople have got a bit of a disadvantage because in general, and this is a generalization, but in general, salespeople don't have huge technical knowledge. They know about the benefits.
How dare you?
I'm one too. But particularly if we're on more complex products, there's a danger that the salesperson whose targets are down and they're struggling to hit their own numbers, they sniff a sale and they jump on it, but then what they find is that they've sold something which perhaps isn't quite right or can't be delivered because of the current situation or whatever it might be. So what we need is sort of a team in the back office who are there to really support the salespeople, to tell them what's possible and what's not possible, to tell them the benefits that something's going to bring. But also when the salesperson then needs something and they go to someone for some info, let's get on it quickly. Personally, I've been buying. Story for you this morning. I managed to break my garage door. That was my story of this morning, and I need it fixed quickly. It's stuck open. It's not very secure. And I tried a couple of different companies, and the one with I was thinking about price to an extent, but the one I've gone with is the one who came back quickly and said, we can have a call from someone this afternoon. We'll guide you through how to get it closed, and we'll come and fix it. We need the experts in an organization, the operations teams, logistics teams, perhaps marketing, whoever it is, to be responsive to salespeople's needs and to be really customer focused themselves, to set those sales teams up for success.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And, that agility, that's such a good analogy because, you know, if people have an idea that they want to buy something, you've often only got a short window. So yeah, absolutely being able to jump on that and respond to those needs is vital. So what would you say to a business leader maybe listening to this morning who is looking at their sales team and thinking, right, I need to get the operations team, need to get the sales support, you know, up to speed. I need to really think about how they can respond to the sales team, but also looking at the sales team themselves, and they need to be focused. What would you kind of say to them? Sorry to fling that at you.
In the short term, as a really quick fix, let's get people, I nearly said get people together, but you know what I mean, let's get people on a Zoom call and put maybe a message out to the organization about what the plans are for recovery and then growth, and make it clear to people, because some people really don't know, make it clear to people that it's driven by sales, because it really is. It's all very well having great technical people and putting together amazing products, but if you haven't got someone who can get that message out to people, then it's not helpful. So make sure people understand that sales is at the heart of an organization. And you know, I do lots of work with the UK and with the US, and in the US this isn't a problem. Salespeople are seen up here at the pinnacle of the organization as the people who drive the growth. In the UK and in Europe, salespeople are kind of seen as the difficult people, the noisy people, the people who are perhaps sometimes a bit silly, don't focus enough, and so on. The organizations need to lift them up a little bit, and the salespeople themselves need to behave in a way that shows that they are absolutely focused on the growth of the company, not just their own sales figures, because then they will get the support, because it will be one team rather than a little team of salespeople and everyone else.
Yeah. There's no sales maverick types. It doesn't work. You know, we are, you know, absolutely a team. Really strong messages there, Neil, and I think they are absolutely spot on. I really appreciate that, and yeah, let's get chatting now. We've got a client to talk about later, haven't we, Neil? So we'll chat again soon. But thank you for your points today. Really appreciate those. And we'll speak again soon. Thank you.